this installment of Steinway Piano Society Showcase. And this evening we have a wonderful guest, noted pianist Joe Augustine.
How are you?
Good to see you, Joe. Thanks
pleasure.
so much for making the trip down here to sunny Florida in the depths of winter.
It's an honor to be in this glorious, 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 glorious surrounding.
Joe, thank you. You've been touring for Steinway.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Steinway artist, and you've been traveling the country now for 5 or 6 years.
About 11.
How did the affiliation with Steinway begin?
Oh, it started, unbeknownst to me, about 1990. A gentleman from my part of the world, maybe 100 miles away, was really into my music, so he began feeding my CDs to the boys in New York.
Yeah.
And shortly thereafter, they were kind enough to welcome me to the family. And I'm obviously delighted to be a part of it.
And have you had a chance to visit most of the Steinway dealers around the country?
I have.
I bet you've met some really nice people.
I really have, but I'm going to tell you what. You got them with this place. This
Well,
is awesome.
Thanks. And of course, the primary feature is our recital hall, which we use both for recitals for piano teachers and their students and for Steinway Society events. This is the first Steinway Society event that is so oversubscribed that we're going to be performing in the round. We actually had to get extra chairs, and son of a gun, here we are in our first season and with our first jazz program.
And the people that live here are truly lucky to have you doing these things, adding culture constantly to the whole community. I'm really serious. And I'll go a step further. After playing that D today, each performer should be like extremely happy feeling what goes on there. Someone spent a lot of hours, a technician.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but
That's a tribute to our service department, to Prospero Rodriguez. And of course, the D to which Joe's referring is the Steinway concert piano. That's their 9-foot piano. And Steinway strategically places about 75 of those pianos around the world for the use of traveling Steinway artists like yourself. And they are different from place to place, and they're different to the extent that the dealers have technicians that can prepare them. And we're very proud of ours. Thanks for the comments.
that's great.
Well, this is your second visit to the Steinway Piano Society. You were here about 5 years ago. We had a wonderful concert at Grace Bible Church before we had the
Right.
facility to do it
Right.
ourselves. And many of the people that are coming tonight remembered that memorable evening, and they're back again for more. Thank you for supporting the Steinway Society, and thanks for coming. I'm looking forward to your program.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Please welcome my favorite pianist, Joe Augustine. Joe, one of the reasons for the big turnout tonight is that we have so many player piano customers who bought your discs. You're really one of the pioneers in producing player piano CDs in the jazz genre. How did that come about?
By accident, like everything else. Knew an engineer who knew some of the people at QRS, and I had the privilege of meeting Bob Berkman. We just hit it off, and he loved what I played, and he said, I would like you to do both solo records and the orchestral records. So the neat thing about that is, say I'm in Manhattan doing a record, I do it, it's a trio record, I loved it. Now I get to revisit it. The engineer takes the piano track out, and I go back in and re-plug it in on the
So you're using
QRS system.
the same professional musicians,
Absolutely.
the same professional recording techniques on your CDs, and you just do re-record the piano tracks into the format that people can enjoy them in their livings. Well, we sell a lot of your discs, which is evidenced by the turnout that we have here tonight. What are you going to be playing for us tonight?
Oh, probably things from the Great American Songbook, a lot of my own tunes, and some surprises. There's a thing I wrote took me 19 months. Finished it about a year ago, premiered it with a wonderful orchestra and a wonderful conductor. It's called The Voice of the Piano, but I can still do that material as a soloist, and I'm going to play some of it this evening. Before I close, I would like to tell you a short little story. It'll take less than a minute. Gave a clinic this afternoon, some teachers and a student. And I explained to each one of these people that that place right there is without question my most revered place in the world. That's where I live, that's where I breathe, that's why I'm here. Without you, I can't do that. Thanks.